Good morning out there. This is Thom Tschetter, your host of Drivetime AZ, right here at the KYCA studios in downtown Prescott, broadcasting out to the entire universe.
Tom's
there you
back.
go. You were limiting us just galactically. We're intergalactic.
Right.
We're universal.
Thanks to Al Gore, we can reach out to the
Exactly.
universe. So, folks, I'm joined here today for our show about anything automotive, Drivetime AZ, and I'm joined by some guest hosts. First of all, I have the lovely Angela Smith across from me. Angela specializes in insurance of all kinds, but primarily she's here because we're about anything automotive. So we talk about car insurance, and one of the hot topics today happens to be homeowners insurance too. And let's go there too, because you do park your car at your house and use a car to go back and forth to your house.
You sure
so
do.
that'll count. And I have Mark Kroll from Southwest Truck and RV, where they don't traditionally sell RVs, but you have a couple for sale, right, Mark?
We do 4, as a matter of fact.
So maybe we'll get a chance here if things go well. You can talk about them a little bit.
No, maybe we can just cancel the show and I'll have an RV sales pitch.
There you go.
There we go.
Boy, that'd be quite a show. And then I have Louis DePalma.
Tom, how you doing?
Good.
Tom's
Louis
actually
Gomez.
in town, guys. He's in town. It's kind of mind-boggling.
Yeah, Louis
I'm not used to
Gomez
seeing
from Prescott Tire Pros.
Will you give me an autograph while you're there? Just sign my hat.
Yeah, you bet.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So Louis actually hosted me last night. I stayed at his home.
Kept me up till 2:30 in the morning doing shots of Red Bull.
Oh, yeah.
I'm kidding. That's a
No,
joke.
it wasn't Red Bull. It was Fireball.
Fireball.
There you go.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Anyhow, I'm up for the weekend from the ranch. Those of you who listen regularly know that I don't make it to every show anymore. I live down at Saddlebrook Ranch.
He's
Yeah,
too
you have
rich.
people for that, don't you, Tom?
I have people.
You got
Yeah, you're the people. So anyhow, let's. What do you say we get started? Whoa,
Oh,
and
right.
let's get headed down the road.
See, the ladies' show doesn't have that. We want you to leave that for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she's here and we have donuts because the ladies
We have
bring
donuts. We never get donuts.
No.
No.
We get donuts. We never get
Well,
donuts.
some
And
people...
Tom told me last night you love chocolate, so there's special chocolate ones in for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And we just stopped and just had a great breakfast this morning.
Yeah,
Because
thank you,
Tom
Louis,
didn't tell
for
me about the
buying.
donuts.
Yeah, Tom.
Yeah, I was like, what's up with that? Because I was to skip the breakfast. Donuts are better.
See?
Yeah.
Take donuts to go. I brought bags.
Right.
Yeah. So, folks, if you want to call in and be a part of the show, this is your show. Otherwise, you just have to listen to us banter. That's not fun.
No, it can't be fun. It's
No.
got to be painful.
Yeah. So you want to call in, it's 928-541-1016. That's 928-541-1016.
I want to interrupt you real quick because I keep looking at Andrew with a mustache over here. I'm freaking out. He looks like he's gone through puberty now.
He's growing up.
You're growing up. You
Andrew's
look
our,
good, Andrew. You look good with a mustache. You look
Andrew's
really
our
good.
engineer. He keeps us in line, and we have
Well, he tries.
Scotty out there who's, what would Scotty be, the producer? Or Scotty, anyhow, he's out there. He's the guy you're going to get to talk to when you call in to 928-541-1016, and he's going to get you all queued up so we can bring you on the air with us.
Who do we
Jeez.
have that's not here as part of the team?
Yeah, I can't say Louis today.
You
Oh,
can't, there
It's
you
yeah,
go.
almost
true.
it's almost habitual to say Louis. Is
Right.
in
Well,
here.
we have the executive producer isn't here.
Yeah, we have Desmond Creighton, the owner of Prescott Valley Transmissions, who is busily repainting his brand new house.
There you go.
Yeah,
Whatever she says, you get done. That's just how it works.
Yeah, his wife didn't quite like the color that came stock in the house, and so they haven't moved in yet. He's repainting the whole thing.
God bless him.
He was working on it last weekend, too, poor guy.
Oh
then
yeah,
while
it's a
he's-
big house. I was
I
out there
know.
in tall ceilings.
Yes.
While he's otherwise occupied, why don't we just implement the raise that we all been
Double
talking
your
about?
pay,
Yeah,
just
right.
like that.
I think it's a good
Are you
idea.
insuring the house?
I am
Andrew?
insuring Desmond and Shannon's house.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you know the house.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I was out there yesterday to look at the progress. They have a Lego room
Yes.
being built, and one wall's Lego yellow, another Lego green, another Lego blue, another Lego red. The shelves look a little bit like Lego bricks. It's really classy
cool
what
is
they've
that?
done. It's very cool. Let's see, what else? Who else? Oh, John Lonis.
John Lotus.
He's making good use of his time this weekend.
There's no jerks at AutoWorks.
No jerks at
Just wanna say
AutoWorks.
that.
He
Even
owns
today?
AutoWorks.
Even today.
Even today, they're not open.
Okay.
So anyhow, John's very heavily involved in the Prescott Valley Lions Club, and they have a Christmas tree lot every year, and John takes charge of
That's
that.
right.
So he's over setting up the Christmas tree lot today.
Oh, cool.
Last year was the first time we did a live tree ever. We had to get one from John.
Oh, you did get one
Yeah.
from him. And you know what else? Speaking of Christmas, we kicked it off last night, didn't we, Louis?
Yeah, we did.
We went to
did.
the Mannheim Steamroller concert over at Finley Arena.
Yeah.
And they're known for their Christmas concerts. So we had a good time there.
Yeah, it was a great time. Good
Yeah.
food.
What do we have, about 25 people in the suite?
I had about 28 in the suite.
28 in the suite
Fun.
Yeah.
with food and
We have a big suite over
beverages.
there.
Awesome.
It was really fun.
Oh,
Anyhow,
he met ZZ Top. ZZ Top was the night before.
Oh,
They
yeah.
just killed it. They just rocked.
so
You got to meet 'em.
again, if you want to be a part of the show, 928-541-1016. I have a quick story I want to relay. I just purchased back 2006 Chrysler Crossfire convertible that I owned in a previous lifetime. When I moved up to Prescott, I didn't have time or space for it. So I sold it to this great couple down where I lived in Sun Lakes. And you know how sometimes you'll have a conversation, yeah, if I ever get rid of this, I'll let you know, and you can maybe want to buy it back and that sort of thing. Well, their daughter reached out to me. They had both passed away, and they had left a note saying, would you contact Tom and let him know that the Crossfire is available? This is
Yeah.
to be discussed after their death.
Mm-hmm.
They reached out, and day before yesterday, I actually reacquired the Crossfire.
Pretty cool story.
Now,
Yeah.
the best part of the story, not the best part, that's the best part, but another part, if it weren't for the Crossfire, I may have never met Louis,
Yeah.
because it had this funny...
My last name is Gomez, and I stole it. I got caught. I'm kidding. That had nothing to do with it. Go ahead, Tom.
Anyhow, I had a peculiar vibration in it, and I went in. Pardon me. They spent over an hour trying to figure it out. Finally, they figured it out. I'm not going to go into the details of what it was, but it wasn't something they were going to be able to help me with.
Loose nut behind the wheel. We can't straighten that out, Tom.
You can't help the loose nut behind the wheel. You're right. Anyhow, long and short of it is they wouldn't take a dime for the time they spent figuring it out. And I thought, how can this guy stay in business? Well, fast forward, now we're doing the radio show. I invite Louis to come on. He says, I'm all over it. Yeah. When I talked to you, not even 5 minutes, and you said,
Right.
radio show, I'm in.
We're in. I got a face for radio, Tom. How do you turn that down?
But anyhow, now I know how this guy makes money. Everybody in town loves him.
Yeah. My
Yeah.
wife. I just hang out with her
He
closely.
does so much for the community. It's amazing. And anyhow, that's my story. And I think we're ready to go to our first break. We don't have a caller waiting. So callers, call in 928-541-1016. The lines are clearly open.
Otherwise, I might start singing.
No, don't do it.
Please call.
Welcome back to Drive Time right here on KYCA Radio. And I just wanted to do an add-on to that Chrysler Crossfire story. And it's a question more to you, Angela. So you always hear about bundling. And you told me right up front, sometimes bundling is good, sometimes it's not.
Correct.
So here's my situation, and this is a perfect example of why you should deal with someone like Angela for all your insurance needs, because I'm totally unbundled and got a better deal. So
Correct.
You found me the best deal on my Toyota Tacoma pickup truck through the Travelers, and the best deal on the Crossfire because it's kind of a specialty car, something I'll probably just take out for like car shows or cruising on weekend cruises and stuff like that, through Haggerty, which is a collector's car specialist, right? And my homeowner's insurance, I forget who that's through, but
It's with
another
Mercury.
Mercury.
Yes.
So it's another company. So and it throws out that whole theory of bundling always being better, right?
Yeah, bundling is an old school kind of thing that people are used to, but it's not always the way things are these days. Mercury, your auto was too high. It was way too high compared to what Travelers was for your personal auto. So that's what I do. I specialize in shopping and making the right package for every person.
Yeah.
So you create your own custom bundle.
That's what I do for people. Yes, I do. And I do a lot of hard work to get there for you, to make sure, I don't want to give you an expensive auto when I can find you a better auto. So sometimes that's why you're like you are. You have 3 different companies because your pricing is better that way.
Yeah, and the coverage is still apples to apples coverage from company to company.
Yeah.
Okay. And now we had an off-air caller. We're not going to make this whole show about insurance, Angela.
Why not?
But yeah, I know.
We all already.
I brought donuts after all. Just
But
kidding.
we had an off-air caller who wants to know if you would discuss the need for uninsured motorist coverage.
Yes, that's a very important thing.
Huge.
So a huge thing. Yes, about 12% of people in Arizona drive around with no insurance, and that's a statistic a few months back. So I could be off on that statistic. It could be higher at this point. Years ago, it was 27%, so it's gotten a little bit better. However, there's a lot of people that drive around with no insurance, sadly. So uninsured and underinsured doesn't cover your car. It's not about your car. It's about you and your injuries that the people give to you. So say someone's driving down the street.
It doesn't cover the car.
It does not cover the car.
Okay,
That's
that's good
under
to know.
comprehensive.
Or collision, depending
Okay.
on. Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
Your own collision would kick in.
You would have to pay your own collision deductible if
Gotcha.
an underinsured person hits you.
Okay.
Yep. So there's 2 categories in Arizona. She's asking uninsured. There's also underinsured. So there's 2 of them when you look at your insurance policy. Uninsured, clearly they have nothing. Underinsured, they're just driving around with state minimum. They just took what the state said, and it's really low. It's $25.50, which means they only have $50,000 total if they hurt a whole family of 4 in a car accident.
Wow.
Not a lot of money.
That won't get
No.
you in and out of
No.
the ER.
That won't get you
Exactly.
that
That
Circle
won't get
K.
you in.
Yeah, I mean a helicopter. If you have to ever have a that's over $22,000 for one person.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know,
I got a question for you. We had a young lady. She's a good friend of ours, but there was a car accident. She got hit in the back. She got out of her car, and when she opened the door, another car hit the door and hit her. That she was underinsured. She had that Bibberty insurance. They're always on the commercials, and she had the lowest rate. It wouldn't cover because she got out of the car. So sometimes when you buy insurance, you got to make sure see what you're covering. If you're with the wrong agent, you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
You want to make sure you have these things. So many people cut corners. You'll call some 800 numbers and talk to 800 whatever. Oh, I got a great rate, Angela. I'm like, yeah, but what's on your quote is the question.
Sure.
And then they show it to me. I'm like, share it with me. I'll let you know. And I say, well, you're missing A, B, and C. So there's why your rate is what it is. Now let me go back to them, put this on, go back to me, put this on, and then see, what
let's see what
it's
it
going to
is.
be. Yeah, exactly. Don't cut corners, especially on your auto insurance when it comes to.
No. And that poor girl, the person that hit them, had no insurance whatsoever.
Oh yeah.
She was relying on her insurance. Said, you stepped out of the car, you're not covered.
My gosh.
Isn't that crazy? Even though she got hit by the car in the door.
Because then they're considering her a pedestrian, which means she needed medical coverage under her own. Yep. Because she
So you
wasn't.
gotta
in
be
it.
She
really
still
careful
had
and-
whoever hit him had liability though.
No.
right?
No, he
Whoever-
said they
no
had no
insurance at all.
insurance.
No, but they
Zero.
had they were liable,
Oh, they were liable for it,
but they didn't have any insurance.
No.
No, so to your statistic I always think statistically, having been an economics major.
Yeah, that's what insurance is.
Yeah. So you talk about 1 in 10, we'll just say, don't have insurance. I would also speculate, without having seen the stats, that 1 in 10 probably are more inclined to have accidents too.
Yes.
Because they're less responsible.
Correct.
By not having insurance, so they're going to be a less responsible driver.
That is, insurance does look at your responsibility. If you try to buy insurance same day, they know you're someone who's irresponsible. So your rate is higher. You lapse your insurance, your rate is higher. You go with state minimums, they look at you as irresponsible. So there's a lot of things that go against people buying state minimums, lapsing their insurance, because they look at those things.
I'd like you to go over that thing again that you've talked about in the past about the risk of, for snowbirds especially, or in this case, sunbirds up here in Prescott.
That'd be
The
Thom.
people, they go home for 6 months. And they go, I'm just going to cancel my insurance and leave my car up there for 6 months. Tell them why, because a lot of them are getting ready to leave now.
Yes, I have a couple clients that go to Canada, and I say, well, don't cancel your insurance. Keep it active. Anytime you cancel your auto insurance for even 1 day, you're in a database and it shows lapse. It doesn't matter that you're a Canadian resident the rest of the time. The only excuse is military. That's the only way that you can get out of a lapse, is being a military service and going away for deployment.
And what does that do to you?
So military, you can do a suspension for it. But if you're a snowbird, keep your policy active. Don't cancel it. Don't. You can take it and strip it down a little. If you're just going to keep the car parked. So that's what I tell my clients, like, hey, call me when you're getting ready to leave. We can take collision off. It's going to stay parked in your garage.
That's huge to know.
You don't need collision, but keep comprehensive, because fire is comprehensive. And if your house has a fire while you're gone and your car's in there, you want comprehensive.
Yeah.
So I'll go over all those things that are.
If your house burns down,
just
the
for
car's
instance,
not covered, right?
I didn't know that. So if the house does burn down,
And
your
car's in the
not
garage,
covered if
you're
you
not
have
covered.
comprehensive.
Yeah, the car has to have its own insurance coverage in order for it to be covered, because it's a vehicle, so it has to have comprehensive.
Well, my vehicles, I call them babies. No.
You
Really,
have
well,
to
it's
have
good
health
know.
insurance then.
Yeah, but it's good to know, because I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They are covered, but I didn't know that.
Yeah, people think that your cars are in the house, and if you have a house fire, they're covered. They have to have their own. So if you have a house fire, you have an auto claim and a home claim.
Wow.
And you have to have comprehensive on that auto for it to be
I'm
covered.
getting so much education.
So, Tom, all those classics in your 12-car garage down at the ranch, they need to have separate coverage.
Yeah, that reminds me, my golf cart's covered by another company.
Yeah, Progressive.
I have 4 different
See, I know
companies
all
in
your
my
stuff.
bundle.
Without looking.
Yeah.
All right.
My golf cart's not covered. I
Oh.
probably should insure that.
You
huh?
probably should. Yeah, it's very minimal.
Yeah.
It's like $100 a year.
That's it.
Yeah.
I should cover cover the golf cart.
They're cheap to insure.
So then you put my Crossfire with Haggerty.
Yep.
Haggerty is a specialty insurance company, right?
And you're getting agreed value where you weren't going to get that on your regular personal auto
right.
policy.
So I said, I want to insure it for X dollars. And it has nothing to do with appraisals or anything like that. They're just going to pay if I total it or it gets stolen. They're just going to
Hopefully
pay
you
me
don't
that
have a
stated
claim.
value.
But
Yeah.
if you do, Haggerty's excellent. I've had a few clients have a claim. If you say your car's worth $20,000, they agree with that. You get an accident, you're getting $20,000 just minus your deductible.
Right.
So there's no
They
depreciation.
specialize in collector cars.
Oh,
so,
yes,
right?
they do. And they're
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
They're fast at helping people.
Okay, well, it's time for a break. This is KYCA, Drivetime AZ, the only totally automotive talk show about anything automotive, fixing cars, selling cars,
Insuring cars.
insuring cars, buying cars, anything automotive. And to be on the show, it's 928-541-1016. Our board's down, but it doesn't mean we can't take your call. So go ahead and call. I just won't know if you're calling in, and I'll have to rely on smoke signals. We'll catch you after the break.
Look at
Welcome back to Drivetime AZ right here on KYCA. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about, but this is your show, folks. And some weeks it just seems like people are a little phone shy. You know, it's like just having a phone call with a friend. We're all friends of whoever calls in. So don't be shy about coming on the air. Just dial in 928-541-1016. And we'll answer any question you have about anything automotive. But I have some news articles to talk about. One in particular has to do with you, Mark. I'm going to let you run with that. But go ahead and finish your donut. I got two others that we'll talk about first. First has to do with recalls. Of course, we talk about recalls every week. We could talk on the whole show about all of the recalls that are out there. I went on the internet this week, and I just looked at how many current existing recalls. I'm not talking about, technical service bulletins that says if this happens, here's how you fix it. I'm talking about bona fide recalls that you're gonna get a notice saying to come in for. And this one was kind of surprising on Toyota products, particularly the Toyota Tundra and the Lexus LX and Lexus GX. From 22 to 24, somehow in the manufacturing process on the engine, they didn't blow out all the metal shavings.
That doesn't sound good.
So the engine gets assembled with metal shavings from the machining.
Is that a bad thing?
Well, it depends on what kind of oil you run, doesn't it?
Oh, jeez.
Anyhow, they've recalled 127,000 Tundras and Lexus SUVs with potential engine debris. Just because you have one doesn't mean it's you, because I guess some got through and some didn't. Only 127,000 out of all of them they make. I don't think that's very many.
So what are they doing for this recall?
It doesn't say in the
Doesn't say,
article.
does it?
It doesn't say what they're going to do. My guess is they extend your warranty or something, because wouldn't that be the easiest and cheapest way to get out of that pickle?
They would, yeah, because replacing engine's not. I mean,
Yeah, they're not going to just indiscriminately replace an engine.
Yeah, I think the indiscriminate thing, I think they would find some way through the filter or some way to determine how much debris is in that particular unit and figure that out.
Yeah. But nonetheless, you want to be aware of it in case you don't get the recall notice. Because sometimes, Mark, there's another government agency that sometimes surprisingly doesn't do a great job, and that's getting your mail to you.
I can't believe that.
Government? Really? Stop it.
Yeah. Mark thought the government was a solution to every problem.
Government solution is an oxymoron.
Yes. Okay, and then this one really caught my eye as the brake dust that gets on your wheels and rims.
Yeah.
How to prevent that from happening.
Don't drive.
Yeah. Louis, you would know that better than anybody.
Yeah, I'm pretty anal
But
with that.
on that Chrysler Crossfire, I actually had the rims powder-coated black so the brake dust wouldn't show.
Right. Just use ceramic pads. That usually takes care of it.
That's what it says. That's one of the solutions here.
Okay.
Ceramic versus organic brake pads. That's
but
the best solution.
Some cars brake better with organic, And
They brake
a
better.
lot better. So sometimes you got to put up with it, just keep them clean. But depends on what the manufacturer recommends on that,
It also says driving habits is another good one.
Well, let me throw my mom into this one, and God bless her, she's passed away a long time ago. Well, not my new mom. I found out because I was adopted. We're going to stop that. Anyway, when I'd read behind her, she rode her brakes all the time. They'd be covered in brake dust all the time. Mom, she goes, I'll just fix it. I'm not going to change, because she rode with 2 feet. You know what I mean? So that causes a lot of that, too.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm guilty of that.
Yeah.
So they give 3 steps at the end of the article. The one is the ceramic brake pads. Another is there's a protective sealant you can put on the rim. That's more of a dust repellent. Well, have you seen that?
there
Louis?
is.
The rim or the rotor?
The rim. On the rim.
On the wheel.
So,
Oh,
so
okay.
it's supposed to come off there. So there's different ones out there. Just look at different. Meguiar's always has some of the best stuff out there, but you have to be careful and test it in the smog, because some of these custom wheels, it'll damage the wheels.
Oh.
So you have to
Yeah.
be careful
Is it like
what
a
you're
wax? Then?
doing. It is kind of like a wax. Clean it real good, then you spray it on. It's kind of like an not armor all, but it just
But, yeah, protecting coat.
yeah, it just comes right off. You just blow it off.
Okay.
You just want
All
to
right.
be careful what type to get.
And then this would crack me up. frequent cleaning.
Oh, there
No
you go.
kidding. Well, that's what we're trying to avoid.
There you go.
So some of these articles are a little funny. But Mark,
But Tom,
there's one in here about making diesel engines bulletproof and the best diesel engines out there. Now we're talking on production, regular pickups and stuff. We're not
Right.
talking about the big RVs and big rigs, right? We're talking about regular
exactly.
Joe
Your
Blow.
150s to 350s or 450s. One of the rigs we work on regularly, and it has kind of a mixed reputation, is the Ford 6.0. And once you bulletproof a Ford 6.0, it's exactly that. It's bulletproof. And what you do in that scenario is you put in ARP studs. They're high-performance studs to make sure that you don't have any trouble with the overhead. They're heat-treated for extra durability. You put in a new EGR, exhaust gas recirculation system. You put in an engine cooler. And I've known, because I've had a couple 6.0s, once you get that done, they'll run for, I've seen a few of them well north of 500,000 miles.
And with that one is true. The only problem I had with the 6.0s was when the belts go. That's a labor-intensive job.
No
with that
question.
And that's the only. Other than that, they seem to last forever.
They are good. And now the newer vehicles, they're already bulletproof. So they already come with bigger engine coolers, upgraded EGR, more durable heat-treated studs.
And by newer, do you know about where the cutoff would be year-wise, or am I taxing your brain?
Well, you don't have to impose a lot of tax to tax my brain. However, I would tell you that the article that I read, that we shared, it talks about brand new ones.
Okay.
But in a general sense, anything after 2020 is good. And this talks about vehicles that are coming off the line in 2026.
Okay. But I noticed they had the Ram 6.7 as the number one winner,
Yes.
in spite of what you just said about the Ford 6.0.
Well, I think
6.0 is an older one.
it's older, and I think 6.0 is probably the poster child for having to get bulletproof, because more of them had problems. And I'm not recommending it, and I wouldn't do it even if you came in and asked, but a lot more people that had 6.0s were deleting them for that reason, deleting the EGR system, and deleting the emissions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the Ram 6.7 for those folks that are thinking about buying a
think,
new vehicle?
Well, I'll tell you how I feel. If I was to buy a new truck, I'd buy a Ram 6.7.
Okay. And then next online was, first runner-up was GM 6.6 Duramax.
I couldn't buy that because Irvin, my operations manager, is a big Duramax guy, so I can't buy it because of that. No, generally
You're
speaking,
thumbing your nose at Irvin.
yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
It's a good engine as well.
And then apparently the Ford 6.7 replaced the 6.0,
Exactly.
but it came in third as a result. You think it's a little bit pie in the sky? They just kind of pick numbers out of the air?
Political.
Well, it may be political. The 6.7 is the revised, upgraded version of the 6.0. So I candidly don't know all the metrics on why it's different or why it's third. I'm sure it's somewhat subjective. Generally speaking, though, if you get a bulletproofed either after the manufacturer or in the manufacturing process, made brand new bulletproof, and you take care of it, you can get a whole bunch of miles. You're going to get probably higher horsepower, more importantly, higher torque. A lot of people buy these vehicles to tow, so you get higher torque than you do a comparative gas engine.
Mark, I didn't ask you this before, so I'm putting you on the spot in front of the whole universe.
Oh, wow.
if I was thinking about buying a used or even a new diesel pickup or SUV or whatever, am I free to call you and get your opinion and some input, or maybe even bring one by if it's used and have you guys take a look at it?
Well, everybody else would be free, but I'd charge you, Tom. And of course, you can bring it by. Not only can you get my opinion, but we have techs that are diesel experts far beyond my ken, and they can.
People
help
can
you
talk
with
to
that.
your techs.
Yes, they can.
That's an unusual thing in a lot of shops. They won't let people disturb the techs. It's nice of you to do that.
We do it all the time.
Well, I say that
If they're working on a
if you
car.
come in and say you'd like to talk to my tech, we'll bring it up, bring one of them up, depending
gotcha.
on the deal. Don't come in and walk into the shop and go up and start talking to one of my techs.
Good to clarify
Right.
that.
Okay.
So we're coming up on a break.
A leak.
Tom.
Oh, geez, too much
Oh, my
fireball
gosh.
last night.
Right.
I think that's what I'm going to do
Ay, ay,
during the break.
TMI, Tom.
Damn right. Wow.
Anyhow, I even got Andrew laughing. Okay, we're going to go to a break.
A leak.
Folks, we'd love to hear from you. 928-541-1016. This is Drive Time AZ right here on KYCA.
I'm surprised.
Welcome back to Drive Time AZ here on KYCA Radio. We are talking about all kinds of different things, kind of a potpourri of shows today. And Louis,
Yeah. Oh, no.
a question occurred to me.
Yes, sir.
We were joking with Mark about guaranteeing a motorhome slide earlier. Tire warranties, to me, are confusing.
Okay.
Some places charge extra for them. Some it's included in the price. Some say, well, it doesn't cover road hazards.
Right.
Tell us about, just talk in general about what to look for in a tire warranty.
Okay. So let's put every tire. Okay, I'm going to put everybody out there. So like some of you, we all have a tire certificate you can buy. Okay, so that tire certificate, if you purchase a tire certificate, no matter what happens to that tire in 6 years, you get a free tire. Not prorated, nothing goes wrong. You're just buying what's called a road hazard tire certificate. Now, if you come to my shop and you don't buy the road hazard, we give you a free 2 years free replacement if anything happens to it in 2 years or 330 seconds. So it's kind of the same thing if you're not buying the certificate if it happens within 2 years.
What's 330 seconds? That's
So
not very long.
Tread depth. So it's quite a bit. It's about 1/8 of an inch. You know what I mean?
You're talking
But
about
it's
tread depth.
Tread depth.
See, I thought you meant 330 seconds of time.
Okay, yeah. So basically, it's not very long, but it's worth having in our town because we do so many. An average day, we do 20 flat repairs a day. That's a lot because of our roads and the construction and so forth, so on. And the repairs can only be done in the center of the tread. If it's towards the outside, it can't be repaired. So it's worth having that. You know, it really is. Now, other places have different types of warranties, but like us, I'll throw a discount tire out there. They have a great warranty. We have a great warranty. I'm not sure about some of the other places because they'll cover this, but they won't cover that, so I'm not sure what they're doing. But just have them explain it to you. You know what I mean? For whatever it is.
Well, my experience has been the service advisor thinks you're screwing another head when you ask, would you explain this? And I don't mean your guys.
Yeah.
But, you know, and other places I've been in a former lifetime. And they make you feel stupid for asking the question.
Yeah, we just try to be as simple with you as we can. You know, if you can't afford it, here's this, and here's why you want it if you can get it. You know what I mean? It's worth it. So on the average tire, say, is $130. Your road hazard can cost you $15.
Oh, that's not bad.
So it's worth it.
It is worth it.
Now, if you buy road hazard or not at my shop, we still do rotations and balancing and flat repairs for free. That's automatic. A lot of shops, well, you didn't buy the road hazard, so we're not going to rotate and balance your tires for free. We're going to charge you for it. Well, we do it free automatically. So,
Okay, so back to warranty on tires. You see a tire advertised, this tire is guaranteed for 60,000 miles.
correct. You got to show proof of rotation every 6,000 miles, up to every 7,000 miles. If you can show proof for that, and you've gotten 45,000 miles out of that 60,000 mile, we send them in, and they send us a credit, and we give it to the customer.
Okay, but you don't get 100%.
No,
But if you had the road hazard coverage,
do.
you do.
you do.
Even if
Even
it's
if.
just
Even
worn
if.
out
Yep.
inside of the 60,000 miles.
Correct.
Wow.
For some clients that have bigger trucks and more expensive tires, do you give them like a credit thing where they can like pay you? Do you do like not a credit card, but do you let them finance? I'm guessing.
Yeah,
I'm
we have
asking.
3 different finance companies we deal with.
Okay.
So it makes it a lot easier. There's 3 different ones, but it's so much easier paying in payments.
Yeah, I was gonna say some of the tires out there are pretty expensive in these big trucks.
Yeah, and we have some of them right now. Some of these trucks are $300, $400, $500 a piece.
Right.
And your new Teslas, some of your new Teslas, it's $4,000. $2,500 for 4 tires.
Yikes.
Corvette's $3,000 for 4 tires.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you
Been
do
on
have
for years.
financing.
And
We do.
we have RVs, tire
yeah.
jobs that we've done that are $8,500.
$8,500, $9,000 all the time.
Yep.
We do motorhomes all the time.
Crazy.
So, Mark, we're coming up against a break, but did you want to address this off-air call about anything here on warranty? You want anything? Do you offer warranties of any kind outside of?
Well, like Louis, we have a 336 on anything we do, parts and labor, and it's nationwide. We do. You can get extended warranties if you want. I would say we offer them for sales. Some are better than others. We vetted the ones we offer, and we're big into truck warranties because we're more heavy duty. So it's National Truck Protection Warranty that you can buy an extended warranty.
But it's more of a customer convenience that you're offering it.
Yes.
It's not
but
really
generally
something you'd consider a product that you push.
No. I like I said, I'm agnostic or neutral as far as extended warranties. Some are better than others. But as far as our warranty, kind of like Louis' explanation, if you got a problem with one of the tires with Louis, within a very broad range, he's going to stand behind it. Same is true of anything we do repair-wise. 336, parts and labor. If you get a water pump, the water pump fails, or if any parts that we install, there's a workmanship problem.
Yep. And it's nationwide warranty.
Again, within a broad range, we'll make it right.
Sure. In other words, it's kind of a handshake thing. You want to keep the people happy.
And you don't have
We're
to
still
call
a small
some,
town.
Yeah, if you call some of these shops around here are corporate owned, whatever. So you don't have to call the operations manager at the corporate office, whatever. Just talk to Irvin.
Gotcha.
And we'll take care of
We
you.
fix you
Okay,
up.
well, we've passed our time for the break. Let's go ahead and skip the break. No, I just got a no on that.
Oh, darn it.
All right, we're going to take the break. We'll be back in about 90 seconds. Hey, folks, welcome back to the last segment of
We're
Drivetime AZ.
We're back.
We are, and this is the last segment, and because we talked over a couple of breaks, we're on a very short fuse. We do have a caller on hold. Pat, welcome to the show. Pat, are you there?
Hello.
Come in,
Is
Pat.
Scotty there?
65909. Come in, Pat.
Beam Pat up, Scotty. I guess she's dropped the call. All right, so that frees us up to talk about what we wanted to talk about next. And what is that?
What is it?
Well,
You wanted to give your phone number
You
for
gotta-
one.
Angela,
I
let's
did.
get your phone number because you're just. I got so much information from you today. It's just mind-boggling.
Yes, I like to educate people. I was going to be a
Yep.
teacher, but that didn't work out. So now I'm a teacher in insurance.
Okay.
I just didn't finish going to. But anyways, you can reach me. I'm downtown, Comparion Insurance. My office is by appointment, but you can always call me on my cell phone, 928-379-4262.
One more time. I always tell you, you're going to learn. You're my student 2 times on phone numbers.
I know. So 928-379-4262. I'd be happy to give free advice to anybody.
I'm sorry, what's
Right.
that number?
So here's the thing I wanted to wrap things up with today, because Louis had his swan song in NASCAR.
Yeah.
But tell us about it. It was the most successful race you've had?
It was because, we couldn't practice. So we're in NASCAR. We're in the Craftsman Truck Series and Xfinity. So when we first got to the practice, we had 50 minutes to practice. Our alternator was bad. We told a brand new one off the truck, put it in, bad again, so we couldn't practice. We go out to race, and we're on the racetrack. We started 37th. We go, so we're keeping with the pace. Then we were down a lap. It came in after 2 stops, and we got the truck dialed in. We passed the hole, so we passed everybody.
Awesome.
And we were going again. There was another wreck right in front of us, and Alex Bowman. He's with Hendricks Motorsports. He's our what do you call him? He's the one that tells our driver where to go, up, down, down. He's
spotter.
He's our spotter. And so anyway, we missed 2 accidents. We lapped the traffic, and then we came back and got a lucky dog because we didn't get in the accident, and we finished 18th.
Nice.
So that was pretty good. It makes you in the money. Anything 20 and above, you're in the money.
It's good.
So that's pretty good with NASCAR.
Yeah.
What'd you say was the
That's
reason
fun.
you never finished higher than that in the past?
Because we wreck. My driver's great. We won the Daytona 500 3 years ago now, which is really, really good. So we just had some bad luck. We've had bad luck here in Vegas, but, at least we made the race. We just kind of bumped and bruised.
And now you've decided you're not going to do NASCAR anymore, huh?
Well, we're still talking about that. Like I told you this morning at breakfast, my son loves being involved in it, and we're definitely involved really big with junior motorsports. With a few other racing teams. So we're kind of playing it by ear. I'll just put it out there. And Will comes on the show with me, but he goes, Dad, because he got a $4 an hour raise. He goes, Dad, can you take my raise and put it towards NASCAR next year?
Aw.
That's the kid's in there at 6 in the morning. We don't until 7:30. He opens up. He works all day. He's going to college full time. And he just, he's going to be taking over the shop. And he's got that drive. He's got that energy. And it's so we'll put down the financials when he sees how much it actually is.
Tell him he's going to have to work a lot of hours at $4 an hour.
Try to get 3 more. Well, towards that. That was just that meant a lot to me and my wife. His heart's into it.
Yeah.
And he's at NASCAR, and he's in the pit box, and he's meeting Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Kelly Earnhardt, all these famous people that, Dad, this is so cool. I said, well, you should have been coming the last 5 years instead of just last year, So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, we have a lot of fun. If I can get some more people to help sponsor.
You're going to have to get somebody to replace Will because I'm poaching them.
Right.
So the truck did well, but your cars, how'd they do?
So now our cars, we run the Xfinity Series, but our main sponsor pulled out last year. That was $750,000.
Yikes.
Yeah. So just kind of team
That
that
hurt.
up. That hurt. So we had to shut down the Xfinity team. Okay, so we ran Craftsman Truck Series, which is it's cheaper. You know what I mean? A little less horsepower. And then Dodge talked to us at the end of this year. They want to, because Dodge come back to NASCAR, they want to sponsor us on engines.
Awesome.
It's $50,000 a race, just the engine.
Oh, engine's only good for one race?
No, they're good for you lease them. You can lease them for 30 grand or 50 grand. 30 grand, you're in the race. 50 grand, you can win the race. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Gotcha.
So Toyota's the same way, Ford's the same way, and Chevy's the same way. And Dodge is getting back into it. So we're going to see what happens. There's lots of sponsors, takes lots of people.
Is your Xfinity car the one that you had wrapped for Angel's birthday?
Yeah. Well, no, for our anniversary.
For your anniversary, that is a year ago.
Yep. If you go to my Facebook, you
Your
can see all
anniversary
of
was this week. Happy anniversary.
Yeah, 21 years. She's still putting up with me.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
Saint
Thank you.
Angel. She's like a double saint.
Oh, she's
Angel named Angel.
Yeah, she is.
She's very sweet. It was nice to meet her.
I named my dog after her.
I know.
My wife? If I did that, I get slapped.
So, goodness gracious. Thought I'd never say that. We've run out of things to talk about.
Not with you, Tom.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, get Tom's phone number because you can call him 24/7, 7 days a week.
Yeah, that's true.
480-773-3131.
Yeah.
Oh.
She
See?
didn't even read that. She has that memorized.
No.
480-773-3131 is my cell phone. You can call, leave a message if I don't answer, and I'll take your calls off the air.
And the
I
best
get
time
quite
to
a few
call
calls.
is wee hours in the morning because it's not going to be busy.
Last
That's
night,
right. You
yeah.
could get through for sure and leave a message. And there was something else I was going to mention. Oh, time to winterize. It is time to think about winterizing. We have 1 minute, Mark. Tell them why.
Well, because when you get in your motorhome in the fall and turn on the water or try to use the toilet, you don't want it leaking.
In the fall. You mean in the spring?
The spring, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. We're in the fall.
I asked the wrong guy. Louis, Louis, why do you winterize your car?
You do it for everything from the windshield wiper fluid to your coolant. You want to make sure you're not going to freeze up and lock up if we get a really cold winter.
Yeah,
So
there
I
is
do
nothing
that.
worse than going to squirt that windshield off and it's frozen up.
Yeah.
Client told me
And
she did it for her
cracked.
bout yesterday too. I didn't know.
30
Yeah,
seconds.
30
25
seconds. Go around the table. Say goodbye.
Goodbye. Have a good day.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the calls today, folks. We really appreciate it.
We
Yeah.
love calls. Call.
So, folks, it's always good to be up here in Prescott, spend time with my friends, and spend time with you. I want you to go out this week, folks. Have a great week. It's going to be a great week to have.